The Americans certainly know how to develop exciting new forms of motorsport, and the latest craze to cross the Atlantic are subtly titled The Legends, and they're causing quite a stir from both drivers and spectators alike. Let's find out what Legends racing is all about from driver Des Chandler. Des, you're one of the leading and longest serving exponents of Legends racing in the UK. What is it that attracted you to this formula from your old sport of Formula One racing?
Well, basically the time factor really, and the inexpensive, just cheap to race. You don't spend so much time in the workshop, so it's a little better. You've got a bit more of a home life. Now the sport originated in the US. Can you give us something about the history? Yeah, it started 1993. They realised that there's a lot of cars in America that just weren't getting raced because it was too expensive. So they looked at a cheaper formula, and they built 4 cars just as a trial, and it grew from there, and there's now 3,500 in America. In England there's somewhere in the region of about 40 to 45 now, racing on both the circuits and the ovals. I prefer to race on the ovals, it's a bit more closer.
So how do you think they'll perform on this track? Because it is a very fast track.
Brilliant. The cars are absolutely perfect on this track. It's flat out in third gear. You're probably doing about 85 mile an hour past the start-finish line, so they are damn quick.
Do you have any particular tactics while you're racing?
No, just to win. That's basically what I've got to do. If I've got to go around the outside or up the inside, I don't care. I'll go either. But we can't use the bumper, so not like Formula Ones.
Yeah. Now, could you tell us a bit about the car? Because a lot of people have never seen anything like this before.
No, that's right. I mean, basically they're a space frame chassis with a fiberglass body stretched over the car, and they're powered by a Yamaha 1200cc bike engine and gearbox, with a prop shaft to the rear end. The rear end is a Toyota Celica back axle shortened. So as you can imagine, they weigh something like 450 kilograms, but with a Yamaha bike engine in there, 0 to 60 is something like less than 4 seconds. They're fairly quick.
A nice kick up the backside.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah. I must admit, it was a shock to me when I got in them. I thought they looked a bit Mickey Mouse-ish, but when you actually drive them, they are tremendously quick.
Who are your main rivals turning out today?
Oh, Derek Hales, definitely. Yeah, he is normally 100%. But his son, Ian, who hasn't done any racing really before, other than legend cars, he won the final down to Arena Essex last week, and he was damned hard to catch. He's really going well.
The only way to progress in Legends is to watch for gaps in the traffic and take advantage of other drivers' mistakes. Let's meet Derek Hales, who was first past the checkered flag that time. Derek, you just took the number 8 Legend to its first win today. How did it go for you?
Fairly well. I had a middle of the grid draw and just watched the gaps in the traffic and took advantage of one or two of the others' mistakes and hit the front, and really that was a bit of a cruise after that. But it was hard work the first 4 laps. The next race will be harder and the final will be even harder, but they're good fun to drive, and they're quite exciting. You get on a tighter, we race on a lot of tracks that are tighter than this, and then that's really, really hard work to pass. You can follow a guy for 15 laps and not make any impression at all.
There's a bank in here at Hensford, make it easier for you to drive.
The bank, and if you set your car to suit the bank and dive into the bank and load your springs up on the outside, dive into the bank and get plenty of bite, the car will come out with no understeer, all the grips on the back wheels to where you want it.
The Americans have never been the subtlest of nations. Think of Las Vegas and some of those 70s Cadillacs and you'll see what I mean. But when it comes to the Legends, their name is justified. The racing is close, the driver's very skillful and the car's fast. What more could you want?